In 2011, the year of the tsunami from Japan, over 100,000 albatross nests on Midway were washed away. And even before that, in the same year, there was a single high wave event that washed away thousands more. So these albatross species are threatened by climate change. About 95% of their global populations are on low-lying atolls in the Northwest Hawaiian Islands, and those atolls are threatened by sea level rise. So their nesting islands are already being inundated to some degree. They're losing nesting habitat every year. Some nests are washed away, but their colonies are not secure because they're on these low-lying atolls. My name is Eric Vanderwerf, and I work for Pacific Rim Conservation, and I'm coordinating this albatross translocation project. I came to Hawaii to do research. I got my PhD at UH Manoa, and I really enjoyed the work here, and I decided not to leave. I've been here ever since. That's been about 25 years. I became more focused on birds, but I've always enjoyed nature. I like working with birds, but I feel an obligation to protect them. I think we've inherited a fantastic legacy. The natural history of the world is amazing, and it's distressing to me to see it slowly unraveling. So the goal of this project is to create new nesting colonies of albatross, working with two different species, the black-footed albatross and the Laysan albatross. And we're doing a translocation, and this involves moving chicks from one location to another with a goal of starting a new colony. And this involves feeding the chicks for quite a long period of time. It takes them 5 months to grow up before they can start flying. Most of our time is spent just caring for the chicks. This involves preparing their food in a giant blender. They are given a blend of squid, fish oil, Pedialyte, and vitamins. So the biggest part of the project just involves feeding the chicks every day, measuring their growth, monitoring their health, making sure they're okay.
100% of what these chicks are getting comes from us. So we're responsible for, all the calories, proper calcium levels, proper vitamin levels, all that kind of stuff is coming from us. And there's a lot of accountability because we're starting with the chick when he's like 2 weeks old, all the way to fledge. So if you don't get it right anywhere in the developmental process, you're gonna know about it. And unfortunately, the chick will suffer for it.
So we chose James Campbell National Wildlife Refuge as a location to try to start these new albatross colonies for several reasons. First, it's a national wildlife refuge. Its purpose is to protect wildlife, so they're safe here. But also, it's high enough above sea level that the birds here will be safe from sea level rise. Another issue we have to deal with is non-native predators. The higher islands in Hawaii are all home to a variety of non-native predators. So the other challenge here is protecting the birds that we move here. So we have a predator-proof fence. This is a 2-meter high fence that keeps out all non-native predators, dogs, cats, mongoose, rats, even mice. So this is a safe place for the birds to be. We've removed all the predators from inside the fence, and that's another really important component of the project. Starting a new colony can be difficult. They are thought to imprint on the island that they will view as home when they're a little over 1 month of age. So if you move the birds before that age, you can control what they'll view as home. But we won't really know whether the project is successful in the long run until the birds come back. And albatross typically start returning to their natal colonies when they're about 3 to 5 years old, and they might start nesting here when they're 7 to 9 years old. So it's going to take some time. We won't know for a number of years if this project is really working. We think it will. This technique has been done elsewhere, and it has worked, so there's good reason to think it'll work here too. But we won't know for sure for possibly up to 10 years. But our long-term vision is that this field will someday be full of albatross. Hundreds, possibly thousands of albatross, maybe in a few decades. That's the long-term vision. Albatross are amazing creatures in many ways, and I want to make sure that they're here for as long as possible.